सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः Om. Namaskaram everyone. That ultimate goal of human life. What is my purpose of this life that is given to me? Because whatever this development that we are experiencing and seeing right now, it's always external development. And how far we are going with this development? We are creating huge building, our sciences flourish, and this all manufacturing industries and all external materialistic world is expanding and developing. And at the same moment, what we are seeing, we are becoming smaller and smaller and smaller, and this technology is increasing. So when we are talking about this development, so whose development is happening right now? Is it development of humans or development of technologies? Before, in very earlier period of time in Gurukul Parampara and in this ancient history, if we can see, people can able to remember and recite whole the scriptures just by heart. They don't require any external support. They don't require any external tool to even write it down, because their medha, because of their memory, because of their intelligence. Their physical intelligence, mental intelligence is so huge. And now what we are seeing, we cannot able to remember even simple 10, 15 relatives numbers. And all these memories and all this intelligence is going on our computers and telephones and smartphones. So who is becoming smarter? Technology or humans? So these two faculties of life, this technology and human, somewhere we need to balance. Somewhere we need to also focus what all this development we are doing, for what we are doing this development, to sake of our own self, to get more comfortable to live this life. But it's happening on other direction. So for that purpose, we are going near to the source of our own self, to find our full potential, to find what this all immense capability humans can have, how we can improve our memory, how we can improve our intelligence, how we can fulfill our all these four different types of goals: dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Who are going to teach us? So for that, this quest of ultimate freedom and ultimate happiness, people are moving towards their roots, and that is what our true nature. Dharayati iti dharmaha, swabhavo iti dharmaha. So for that purpose, we are going to learn about this root of our own self, our own development. That is my true nature, that is dharma. from where I can able to learn of this dharma that are Vedas. What are some practical tools? Who these people are who have lived the way of Vedas, lived the way of this truth, Puranas, Shruti Parampara, Shraut Parampara, Smruti Parampara. And in final stage, we are going to learn about this Darshana Shastras. Darshana Shastras. So let's begin our journey. Let me share what we are going to learn. So this subject we are going to divide in 4 parts. First part will be to know my own dharma. And how I am going to know my dharma? By reading and understanding Vedas. And how I can able to know these Vedas? To understand Vedangas, limbs of Vedas. And all other different scriptures that are related for this Vedic knowledge. So that will be Prashthaan Trayi. And when we are doing this Vedanga, we will have some more practical knowledge about Puranas and some other scriptures like Ramayanas and Mahabharatas. This is our first part where we are going to get deep down understanding of what this term dharma is, what this term Vedas are, what are different Vedas, and what is inside these Vedas. And we are going to know about this Vedanga, limbs of Vedas. We will learn some Puranas, Ramayana, Mahabharatas, some other Shastras. And at the end, we are going to understand what this Prasthana Trayi. There are 3 great scriptures, 3 tools are available to get deeper understanding of our own nature, and these manuals are going to help us to achieve our full potential. And in part 2, because the subjects say Veda, Upanishada, and Darshana. So second part, we are going to learn all about Upanishads. So what is etymology of Upanishads? Then we are going to know what are the central concept of Upanishads. Because see, all the Upanishads are giving some very essential knowledge, and only their way of talking and some expressing is different, but central concept of all Upanishads are same. And then we are going to move for 10 major Upanishads. What are they? What are their contents and how they are going to help us to achieve our ultimate goal. In third and fourth part, we are going to learn about this Darshana Shastra. What are Darshana? Their etymology, what this Darshana means. Then we are going to understand what are the central concept, Siddhanta, theories that all darshanas are giving or explaining central concept. In this third part, we are going to take this darshana, this main six darshanas, Shad Darshana, that is Astik Darshana, Orthodox. This darshana, they are coming from root of Vedas and Upanishads. So whatever darshana that is related to our Vedic knowledge, that is called as a Astik Darshana. So there are six major Astik Darshana we are going to learn, and there will be three pairs. So 3 by 2, we have three different pairs of darshanas. And at the end, we are going to learn about this darshana. They are very independent. Even though they are explaining same truth, same technology, but they are not putting validities of Vedas. So they call as a Nastik Darshana. So three major Nastik Darshana we are going to learn. So this is what our journey that we want to accomplish in this session. Try to understand knowledge about Dharma, then Upanishads and Darshan Shastras. So let's move. So let's move to part 1 of Vedas and Prasthana Trayi. So in session 1, what we have learned is all about very fundamental architectures of this Vedic knowledge and what is this Sanatana Dharma, or what meaning of this Dharma that we are using in our day-to-day life. So section 1, Introduction to Sanatana Dharma. Sanatana Dharma or Hinduism, both we can able to say similar words. We are going to define what this term of Hindu is, who we call as a Hindu, brief on dharma, different types of dharma that we are going to learn in this section. Let's understand this term Hindu and Hinduism. Sanatana Dharma is the original terms that specified in Vedic Shastras or Vedic scriptures. Sanatana means that eternal laws of nature. these principles of like Prakriti and Ishwaras and Jiva and Dharma, Karma, Ahimsa, Satya, all this framework of Vedic culture and this practicing and manuals of this Indian religion, that is Hinduism or Sanatana Dharma. Because this culture is flourished in the bank of Indus River, that region is also called as a Hindustan. Hindustan become Hindustan. So same Sanatan Dharma, eternal laws of nature, and the people who are practicing, they call as Hindus. A person who follow this dharma, not only reading the scriptures, but all these principles and duties they are practices in their day-to-day life, they all call as Hindus. So accepting the authorities of Vedas and their teaching is dharma, artha, kama, moksha, what are Ishvara, what are Prakriti, all these manifestations, sagun, sakara, nirgun, nirakar, deities and temples and festivals. If they are practicing and accepting these laws, that people are called as Hindus. So, if a person who follows this dharma is Hindu, then what is dharma actually? What is fundamental meaning of dharma? So definition of dharma. Dharma lakshanam. Ved pratipadaya prayojana vadartho iti dharmaha. That is written inside Vedas. Whatever rules and regulation, manuals, principle, that is written inside Vedas are called dharmas. That is Lakshana. What is Swarupa? What is property? Yagadireva iti dharma. How I can able to identify this dharma? All these yajnas, all these rituals, all these karma kandas, you can able to see in experience. That is Swarupa of dharma. So Lakshana and Swarupa of dharma. So this universe and their laws, how this universe is going to operate, what this force of nature, all these different entities that we are seeing right now, how they are interacting with each others. All these laws and secret formulas that had been revealed by this meditator, these rishis in their deep samadhi meditative state. And this repository of such great knowledge is compiled in Vedas. So this principle and duties prescribed in Vedas for the well-being of the universe are called dharmas. So dharma can be known only by Vedas, and Vedas talks only about dharmas. So if I want to know dharma, I need to go to Vedas. And what are Vedas? Vedas always talk about dharma, nothing else. So both are interrelated. If you want to know dharma, you need to go Vedas. And if you know Vedas, you are going to become dharmic. See, dharma and religion is very different terminology. Dharma is more of your own nature and laws of nature. It's nothing to do with some other rituals and other things. These are dharma is always one. It's all universal laws, the same like a science. What is science? Science is compilations and combinations of all scientific laws. The same way dharma is compilation of all dharmic laws, universal laws of nature, nothing else. So knowingly or unknowingly, we are following these eternal natural laws, and everyone, whoever are living on this planet Earth, they are abide by these natural laws of universe. That is dharma. So dharma vedartha eva, vedartha eve dharma. Veda akhilo dharma mula. What is dharmasya mula? What is root of this dharma? That is Veda. So dharma, Vedartha. Vedasya artha iti dharma. Vedartha eve dharma. Dharma and Ved both are interrelated and complement each other. So Vedas are dharmasya mulam. So now if I want to know what is true dharma, then I need to go to that source, one and only source of authentic knowledge of dharma, that is Veda. So to know dharma, I need to go to Vedas. In Vedas, we are going to learn in next section, but right now let's still focus on this dharma, but we know root of dharma is Vedas. So dharma, nature or prakriti and its laws. What else? Source of dharma is Vedas. And what is dharma? Is rules and regulations and guidelines of nature. Why I should follow dharma? I am living my life happily. I don't have any issues. I earn, I eat, I enjoy. Why should I want to know this law of nature? Why I want to learn science? I'm living happily. If I know science or don't know science, their laws will be the same. But see, if you know that science, that this is gravitational force, this is this light, this is law of velocity, this is law of timing, these are laws of mechanics, and this is law of electricity. If you know that, then you can more comfortably, you can live your life, adjust your life with these scientific inventions, all discoveries that is happening, you can utilize more better way. If you have this smartphone, but you are just saying that, okay, I have this smartphone that have huge different types of functionality, but I don't utilize that. I am just using this smartphone for just calling and receiving and just messaging. Then why you require smartphone? Just use very simple phone. You have this huge capability of human mind body system, and you are just saying that, okay, I just want to utilize only 5% of my capability. So that is not a smart way to live. Wherever we are living, if you are living in your home, if you are living in your office, then you should know what are culture, what are rules and regulations over there. So if you know these rules and regulations, you can grow better. So by understanding these laws of nature, you can get your own full potentiality. You can able to live in harmony with nature. So this is my purpose of living with dharma. And the same way in real life situations also, what is dharma of fire? What is nature of fire? So it's going to burn. So if you know their nature, you are not going to put your fingers in that fires. So if you know this is nature of river, you know this nature of oceans, then you are going to live according to these rules and regulations. This wisdom is going to help you out. Just blindness and not knowing and that ignorance is not a great way to live this life. So wherever you are living on this planet earth, so you should know what are rules and regulations. And that is what dharma is going to teach you. There are different types of dharma. Three basic types of dharma. Samanya dharma, that is universal duties. Vishesha, some more further classified specialized duty that some person need to fulfill. And third is apat dharma. In emergency, someone need to operate. So three types of dharma: Samanya dharma, universal duties; Visesha dharma, that okay, you are engineer, you are doctor, so you are manager, you are father, you are mother. So you, even though you have these universal duties, you have second fold, you have specialized duties, specialized dharma also. And at the third, some emergency. If some emergency arise, even though you need to come out of your day-to-day duties and prioritize this new emergency that has been come, even though everyone have their own duty, but some emergency came and someone is asking, okay, if you are good and young and if you know some basic skills, you should come in army field and then help this country. So that emergency, if that is going to arise, then your rules and regulation dharma might change. So threefold architectures of Vedic dharma. When we will go more on a dharmic text, we have this two dharma shastra, Yajnavalkya Smriti and Manusmriti, Dhruti, Kshama, Damas, Asteyam, Saucham, Indriya Nigraha, Dhir Vidya, Satyam, Akrodho, Dashakam Dharma Lakshanam. This tenfold of dharma we are going to learn in Dharma Shastra, Manusmriti. What are these Samanya Dharma that you are talking about? These universal duties: ahimsa, satya, nyaya, daya, kindness, asteya, non-stealing, paropakara, dana, your kartavya. So this non-violence, truthfulness, justice and kindness and non-stealing, helping others, financial assistance and all other responsibility of your family, friends, country are your universal duties, are Samanya Dharma. And you have this specialized type of dharma that okay, this main 8 to 10 different samanya dharma, everyone need to be truthful, right? If you are living in the same place sharing, you need to be truthful, you should not harm each other. So very fundamental ethical way of living in commune. Now specialized karmas, specialized dharmas. So for this specialized dharma, these Vedic rishis have created these four-fold architectures of dividing this workload. Because when you are living in a same home and there are so many different things are happening, so they said, okay, let's divide this ecosystem because we are living in collective and cooperating living system. So this cooperative living system is called as a Vishesha Dharma. So we will have this Varna Dharma and Ashrama Dharma. Varna is a combinations of your duties, this categorize of societies, that okay, this society have this all different types of workload. Let's divide this workload in four different part. What are these four different part? That are knowledge, power, wealth, and service. KPWS. If you are in a big, huge organizations or company, they are going to divide that workload. Said, okay, this is marketing department, this is logistic department, and this is IT department. The same way, workload of whole these cooperative systems are going to divide in four departments, that is knowledge, power, wealth and service. And again remember, this is not distributions of humans or peoples, this is distributions of work that this cooperative living system is operating. So anyone can work in marketing, anyone can work in IT system, anyone can work in supply chain management, or someone can work in a higher decision making faculty according to their skills and specialities. Everyone is welcome if they are qualified to do that specific work. Ashrama dharma. You as a human, every individual human have some life cycle from beginning to end. Say for example, everyone is going to live for 100 years. So let's divide this 100 into four part living partitions of first part 25 years, second 25 years, third 25 and fourth, and give this as a different name we call as ashrama. Means there are some benchmark, there are some criteria said. Okay, the first step will be as a student life, then a second step you will be as a family person, and third you are going to be as a leader or motivational and give other people to their work and go backward, so other new generation can also take place and replace you. And at the end you are going to go for some higher dimensional, more spirituals and more adhyatmic understanding. You are going to spend your final part. So this way, this specialized dharma is divided in varna and ashrama dharma. चातुर्वर्ण्यं मया सृष्टं गुणकर्मविभागशः तस्य कर्तारमपि मां विद्य कर्तारमव्ययम् ब्राह्मणक्षत्रियविशां शूद्राणां च परन्तप कर्माणि प्रविभक्तानि Swabhava Prabhavair Gunehi. So this reference we are going to see in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, this Varna Ashram, how this division of labor is taking place as Visesha Dharma. So this is also part of Dharma. So first we know about this Varna. Society has been divided into four divisions based on professions or karma. That is called as a Varna. Principle of Varna to ensure that the different power centers, that is first knowledge, power, wealth and service factor. All these four factors are distributed evenly. Roles and responsibility in the society have been prescribed based on respective varnas. So if you want to go to engineering field, you are going to go in that engineering field, learn and then apply your knowledge as an engineer. If you want to go on medical, you can go in medical. If you want to go on art, you can go in an art field. If you want to go in a commerce field, you can even go into commerce field. So you have these four different opportunity to give your participations in upliftment of society. So this group of tasks, there are four different group divisions of workload of ecosystems of humans. The first ecosystems or the group that is for knowledge, they call as a brahmanas, that they have this jnana bala, strength of knowledge. What are work given to them? Advocacy of justice, medicine, teaching, research, intellectual assignment, propagations and executions of Vedic karmas. Kshatriyas, they have Bhujabala, strength of physical power. They are going to be selected on administrations, army, police, politics, and so on. Third is Vaishyas. They have this Dhanabala, strength of wealth. So they are going to be selected on trading and e-commerce, agriculture, and so on. And fourth is a Shudra, that is a Sevavala. So they are going to inside this animal manufacturing, construction industry, transportations, and all other service related industry. They are going to be select these professions. So four different professions are according to their skills. Anyone can able to go in this type of faculty. Let's now move to this second fold of ashrama dharma. Brahmachari gruhasthascha vanaprasto yatestatha ete gruhastha prabhavas chatvara pruthagashramaha. So this four life goal, this four stoppages that you need to change this gear. On a first gear, you are just focusing on learning and learning and learning. On second gear, second phase of your life, you are going to focus on how to create and maintain families. And on a third stage, third phase of your life, you are becoming more on a leadership job, and you are going to train and motivate new generations. And at the end, you are going to focus on your own self. So your life is going to divided in four different phases. These phases of your life in Sanskritam, they called as ashramas. So this classified four stage of any person, either they are on a Brahmana, Vaishya, Shudra, all are have this ashrama dharma also. Brahmacharya, everyone, they need to get training. If you want to go medical or engineering, either you are Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. If you are in a service faculty, you should know how to serve, what are theoretical, what are some practical examples to learn and apply that service factor. If you want to be in a warfare, if you want to be in an army, also you need to get trained. So 25 years, everyone, whatever you are going to be choose your professions, that type of training and education is going to given to you for 25 years. Same we are going to do for schoolings and college and other things. It take 25 years. So same way, but right now they have their end goal at the beginning of their journey. So someone is for a Brahmanas faculty, so their teaching is only focusing on the knowledge empowerment. Someone said, okay, I want to serve as a Kshatriya at the beginning of their life, then that type of teaching is going to given to them. So it's not always you are just learn and learn without any focus. You are just learning everything. You are not going to get that. Oh, why should I learn this so much depth in this mathematics and commerce? I am going into service industry. I am going into warfield. I don't need. I just need to do how to shoot. That's the only one thing I require. So I can give much more energy on my focused goal. And not everyone is doing. And after 25 years, what you want to do for your life? Oh, I don't know. I need to find out whatever will come. So no guidance, no goal, no visions, just spending your life without any vision. So here you have vision. Your families and all other people are going to support because they are in a tradition to tradition, tradition to tradition. They are in the same faculties. They are inside their genes. Naturally, you're saying after 2 years, 3 years, boy and girls, they are just start singing so well. How this is happening? Because their tradition, because of their all this family tradition. This person in 10 years and 12 years, they start a huge business empire. At 21 years, they become billionaires and millionaires. How that is happening? Because their family structures from beginning, he's just seeing and understanding this law of commerce, wealth management. So that is why they are successful. So this focused education system, not unfocused education system. So first goal is brahmacharya, 25 years from your birth, only study. Grihasthashram, married person, families, societies, performing their duties. Vanaprasthas, only spiritual learning, teaching, motivations and inspirations for other generations. At sannyasa, in the last stage, you need to focus more on your self upliftment, because all these 50, 70, 75 years you are always focusing more on outer reality of yourself. Now let's focus that subjective reality of self. So brahmacharya, again, this is just a name of ashram. Brahmacharya ashrama, gruhastha ashrama, varna, vana prastha ashrama, and sannyasa ashrama. So sannyasa is not that, okay, you need to shave your head and you need to do this begging the food. No, sannyasa ashram means this 25 years or whatever that last phase of your life, you need to focus more on spiritual side. Because when we are going to go deeper, dharma, artha, kama, moksha, so last is a moksha, self-realization, enlightenment is also our purushartha goal. So for that, you need to focus on. Apada dharma is a third type of dharma, that is emergency. Adharma is a nishiddha dharma that you should not do. What are some other duties that you should not do? Purushartha. This is also great concept of Vedas, that what is your goal of your life, that is called Purushartha. So these are my life goal. There are 4 different goals every human being are going to achieve. These human goals are called as Purushartha, Hindus' mission statement for the ideal human life. What are this Purushartha or human value system? They are dharma, artha, kama, and moksha. Dharma is all about moral value, guiding principle that regulates our happiness. In artha, more focus on wealth and economic system. Okay, I first in a beginning stage, I want to know moral value. That is why as a Brahmacharya ashram, when students are there, they are learning this Dharma Shastras, scriptures of Dharma. What is Dharma? What is morality? What is this Satya? What is Ahimsa? This non-violence, this value system they are going to learn. And in the second phase of Artha Shastra, economic value system, what is this wealth? How I can generate new source of income and wealth? How this material prosperity I can able to create, and how I can in a later stage I can able to go for enjoyment. So in a third stage of kama, it's a achievement that you are going to take, because in artha you are managing and working. So at the end you will have this kama, success factor, enjoyment, psychological value, satisfaction of your all desires. That is also your goal. So your goal should not only dharma, okay, I'm just reading the scriptures and I'm okay, I'm ahinsavadi, I'm a satyavadi, I'm truthful, and I'm so great people. Oh, I am so great people. I'm always try to help other and I'm so miserable in my life. This type of people we mostly heard in our day-to-day life. I'm very great people and this person is very great but he is miserable. But you are just focusing on only one goal of your life, to just follow dharma. But second goal is also is artha. You should be wise of earth management, for wealth management, how I can create multiple source of incomes, how I can transform this dharma, this vidya that I have learned in this 25 years as a brahmacharya ashram. I need to transform that knowledge into wealth. That skill is going to taught in earth shastra. If you are going to learn that Chanakya, Kautilya Arthashastra, there are so many different books of wealth management, transforming your skills, your how you can create your own value system, how you can become part of creating this wealth and uplifting this society, and in a return back you can get values. And in the third, you should enjoy your life. You have learned and you have created this huge empire of wealth. Oh, I don't go for this different vacation. I don't take vacations. I'm just only working and working and working. So no, work and life balance. You should spend quality time with your family. You should spend quality time for your own enjoyment. Okay, what you like? Oh, I like to roam around this world. Okay, then go. That is also your goal. So that karma is enjoyment. Oh, I like to listen this great music of Shastriya music, cultural music and dance. Okay, then spend in every Saturday, Sunday, whenever you get time, you should also focus on karma also, your own enjoyment. We have lots of karma shastras that okay, this music and dance and all other things enjoy on a sattvic form. And at the end, see, this is all sansara. You should also come out of this cycle. So this dharma artha kama, this new generation is ready. Now let's get back and give them these three systems, this jnana kanda, this intrinsic value system, ultimate value, liberation, self realization. That is also my goal, and that is not I need to do after 70, 80 years. No one knows. Every day 5 hours, 4 hours for dharma, 4 to 5 hours for artha, 4 to 5 hours of kama, and 4 to 5 hours of moksha. So all four goals parallelly we need to achieve and implement in our day-to-day life. So this purushartha, bhoga, and apavarga, dharma, artha, kama, bhoga, and apavarga, moksha. So these are my four purushartha: dharma, artha, kama. Dharma is just doing our duties, fulfilling our responsibility of families and friend, understanding, and moksha is also releasing for Atman. So these four fundamental goals of humans that is taught in this dharma shastras. Now let's move to this karma prakrana. So in dharma, that we should have some duties, some actions. So if I have, okay, I have these human goals of a dharma, artha, kama, moksha, but that is only on paper. Okay, I'm always put this vision board and I have this, okay, this is my dharma. I want to read the scriptures. This is my artha. I want to earn this $1 million on end of this years and I want to travel all the world around, and then I have this self-realization goal. Oh, I have put it down in my vision board. Okay, I'm all done. No, but you need to do action. You need to apply step by step. You need to make that habit pattern. That is called as a karma, theory of karma. That is your Vedic karma. So that half part is done. You have designed your own life. You know what you are looking for in your life. You have this vision statement. You have your life goal 1, 2, 3, 4. You have your phases of your life. 25 years. I'm going to focus on my study. 25 years on this family life, and 25 years on leadership role, and 25 self real. Everything is done, but we are missing one step, and that is very important. You need to apply, you need to do action. So now let's go to this karma prakrana of action. Kangshatha karmanam siddhim yajanta iha devataha kshipram himanushe loke siddhir bhavati karmaja. The siddhi, success, is only going to come when you are going to do this rightful action of karma. So what are this karma? नियतं कुरु कर्म त्वं कर्मजायो हि कर्मणः शरीरयात्रापि च ते न प्रसिद्धेद कर्मणः. So all this karma prakrana is a specific duties and responsibility or action that you are going to perform to achieve your own goal of your life. Either you have whatever that varna you have choose, either you are in a brahmana, then you need to do action of learning that scriptures and understanding how knowledge is going to be taught and how you can expand your more research faculty. If your varna profession is on medical field, you want to learn on action on that part. And which stages of your life. If you are in a first phase, 70-80% focus on your study. If you are on a second stage, 70-80% of focus on your wealth management. So karma and dharma both going together. So dharma is also called as a karma, that is in the sense of practical implementation. So what is your karma? Let's say I am a teacher. What is your dharma? Oh, I am a teacher. So whatever you do as an applied way of dharma will become your karma. So dharma and karma are correlated. So let's understand this division of karma. Karma lakshana vicharaha. Kamya karma, nitya karma, and naimittik karma. Prayaschit karma, upasana karma, and nishiddha karma. So this is my karma or applied dharma. Both are same. This is also karma is also my dharma, but this karma is applied dharma. So first is my kamya karma, second is nitya karma, third is naimittik karma, fourth is prayaschit karma, and fifth is my upasana karma. There are some nishiddha karma that we should not perform, and there are some udasina karma when you are on a fourth dimensions where you just only focusing on self realizations for a moksha purushartha. You are doing karma, but that karma is more on a udasina karma, non-detached form of karma. So first, five types of actions of five types of karma according to dharmas. Nitya karma, that is my daily obligatory duties. I need to wake up, I need to brush my teeth, and I want to help in cooking, and I want to help in cleaning, and all that are daily day-to-day operations that you are involved. That is your nitya karma. You do prayer and worship and japa and meditation, study of scriptures. You are everyday habit path, everyday day-to-day action, nitya karma. Naimittik karma is your occasional obligatory duties, like special worksheet, special occasion that you are going to perform. Prayaschit, you have some when you are doing your self reflections of day to day action, might you have some mistakes, so just to do how you can able to correct that mistake, understand that mistakes, that is also part of karma, that okay, you have done something wrong by doing this action, so you are going to say sorry. You are also going to that whatever that wrong thing been happen by you, you are going to correct. So that will be your prayaschit karma. Kamya karma means you have this karma for motivation and you have this motive to be successful. Okay, okay, I am learning this mathematical book. Why? Because I want to get good marks in my exam. So that is my kamya karma. I have that result in front of me. I have that success in front of me. I want some result. Because of that, I want to do some actions. This nitya karma, there will be no result. Oh, why you are brushing your teeth? Why you are wake up early? Oh, no, that is my habit. That is my nitya karma. Is without any success, failure, without any result coming or no, even that result is going to become. But we are not thinking of that all the time. But this kamya karma, that okay, in 5 years or in this 2 months, I want to focus on this karma to get this wealth that I am looking for, or this wisdom that I am looking for. So that will be your focused karma. And Nishiddha karma, there are some forbidden action that we should avoid. So 5 types of action: kamya, nitya, naimittik karma, prayaschit karma, and upasana karmas. Upasana karma is more on achieving some siddhis and doing this prayer, some spiritual practices, they are come as a upasana karma. Nishiddha means a prohibited karma, and udasin is not putting any result in our mind. Now, whatever action or karma we are going to do, we will have some result. So, law of action and reaction, cause and effect. So, whatever karma we are going to perform, that will be have karma phala. So, this karma phala, there are 3 types of karma phala. First karma phala is sanchit karma. Second is prarabdha karma. And third is kriyamanani or agami karma. So sanchita karma is accumulated results of actions that is performed in previous birth. It is like a seed form of your actions that you have performed before. Prarabdha karma is part of this sanchita karma now that is begun to bear its fruit. So I have done great learning and I have spent lots of times to prepare for these examinations. So that preparations of examination every day, 10 hour, 12 hour, 10 hour, 12 hours, I have worked in my like 6 months, 3 months, continuous. So that is going to create this seed of wisdom, sanchit karma, that potentiality that you are going to perform very well in your exam. But it's not get fruitations because that exam is not there, but anyone is going to see that you are performing this action, that okay, whenever this exam, whenever this situation is going to come, you are working so hard, so today or tomorrow you are going to be promoted in your office or work, because we have seen your hard work. So all your hard work is not going to be wasted if you are not seeing that result. So all that is accumulated as a seed form, and one right weather is going to become, it will get fruitations. Prarabdha karma, it's already get fruitated. So in a second step, that okay, now you get salary hike, you are get promoted, you get good result whenever these exams are coming and you are getting good result. Oh, say, oh, this is a prarabdha. Why? See, this person always gets successful, always gets successful. No, but they have very great sanchit karma. They have worked hard for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. Now, because of that, they are getting this result as a prarabdha karma. And kriyamanani karma, that which is being to accumulated now, right now, whatever actions that you are doing in this moment, and that is going to be fruited in the next birth, in the future. Right now, whatever actions that you have in your hand, so either you want to be reactive or you don't want to react at all. That is also your hand. Oh, everything is sanchit karma and prarabdha karma, then why should I do anything? Let be, everything will become as my destiny. No, but you have this agami karma. You can change how to react or become proactive, or you can create new sanchit karma and prarabdha karma. Whatever past is past. Let's create new sanchit karma, and that sanchit karma become new prarabdha karma for you. So that is free will. Everyone has free will. No, anyone else can interrupt your success or failures. You are creator and destroyer of your own life. You don't need any blessings from anyone, and you don't need any curse from anyone. Whatever you do, whatever seed you are going to put, you are getting that result according to. No anyone can intervene in this law of karma. Law of karma. This is universal dharma. that Veda are going to taught you. And this is your dharma. Choose your karma wisely. And there are some Panch Mahayagna when you are going to do these different types of actions of karmas. What 5 different actions that you need to focus on? It's called as a Panch Mahayagna. So Rishi Yagya, Deva Yagya, Pitru Yagya, Manushya Yagya, and a Bhuta Yagya. So see, these are 5 varieties of playground, or these are focused group where I need to do this dharma or my karma. So first will be my Brahma Yagya. I need to do this Brahma Yagya, Rishi Yagya. I need to do this working for devas. I need to working for rishis. I need to working for pitris. I need to work for all humanities, and I need to work for everyone else except humans. So this is my foreground where I need to work on. So this Brahma Yajna or Rishi Yajna, studying Shastras, chanting Veda mantras and all spiritual knowledge, that is called as a Rishi Yajna. Deva Yajna means this Homa, Havana Yajna. Pitru Yajna means duties towards your ancestor. Manushya Yajna providing food and shelter to guests and students and sannyasi and needy one, and Bhut offering to all other creatures. That is 5 foundation where I need to work on. That is my dharma, or that is my applied dharma as a karma. Manu Sanhita, there are many dharma shastras, but Manu Sanhita is also going to give you this different dharma that we need to perform. So that we are going to learn in next session. Let's see. So this non-violence, truth, purity, self-control. So this all dharma that has been taught in Gitas and Maharshi Patanjali in Yoga Sutras, that yamas and niyamas is your dharmas, and other scriptures of Manu Sanhita, Yajnavalkya Sanhita, they also taught about this dharma and karma. So this is what we have learned so far in section 2. Now we are going to quickly move for fundamentals of Vedas. Let's get some 5 to 10 minutes break, and then we will be come back of this Vedas. So at this moment we try to cover meaning and understanding of term dharmas and what are different sections of dharmas. And dharma and karmas both are same. Karma is applied form of dharma, nothing else. And to know deeper meaning of dharma, we need to go to Vedas, because Vedas are roots of dharma. So if I want to know my dharma, swabhavo iti dharma, dharayati iti dharmaha, whichever duties and roles I am going to perform, that is going to become my dharma. Okay, I am teaching, I am teacher. I am reading, I am reader. So that karma, the action that you are repeatedly doing, that is going to become your dharma. So if you are protecting, you are becoming as a protector. So that will become your dharma as a protector, because now you gain that skills and knowledge to perform that specific duties. So dharma and karma both are interrelated. Applied form of dharma is called as a karma, and different phases of our life and different categories of varna ashrama that we already covered so far. Now let's move to this root of this dharma that is called as a Veda. Section 2, we are going to understand fundamentals of Vedas. This is a huge selections of whatever Hindu or Sanatan scriptures are. We have basic two part. One we call as a Shruti, that which was heard are called as a Shruti, and another part that we call as a Smruti, that which is remembered. So all this knowledge, all this wisdom inside this Sanatan Dharma is divided in two part. One that is called as a Shruti, that which heard, and another part is called as a Smruti, that which is remembered. In Shruti scriptures, we have Vedas, and these Vedas are Rig, Sam, Yaju, and Atharva, and there are some more part, more sections, more category inside this Veda, but Veda is always one, and that Veda are always called as Shruti. And in a Smruti, we have these 7 different categories. We have Dharma Shastras, we have Puranas, we have Itihasa, we have Darshana, we have Upaveda, we have Vedanga, and Agamas. So 7 different sections under Smruti scriptures and 1 section under Shruti that we are going to cover in this section. Shruti, Vedas and is allied, this all Grantha term Veda because it's derived from the root word that is called as Vid Dhatu, which means to know, to think, to obtain, to discuss. So Vedas form these foundations of this Sanatan traditions and cultures that has all this knowledge that is required, all these principles of all these actions that need to be performed are called as a Shruti. What are lakshanas? What are definitions? What are properties of Vedas? Apaurusheyam vakyam iti vedaha. Apaurushya, no human interaction. This direct realizations of these scriptures in very deep meditative state of these rishis. They are heard, they are realized, they are experienced, they are not reading, or they are not some person is writing the scriptures by sitting near trees or river. That is already been there. It's eternal laws of nature that we already learn in what is Sanatana Dharma. So this eternal laws of Dharma is always there, that been experienced by someone. So that experience are compiled in Vedas. Oh, who created law of Newton? Who created this law of gravity? No one is created law of gravity. It's always there. Someone has realized by sitting near this tree and see that, okay, apple is falling, then why is falling, and let me see, and then why these rivers are flowing, why this universe is performed like that, why humans are born and they are die, what are rules and regulations and laws. So someone is going with that questions in their mind, shravana manana nididhyasana meditative states, and they realize. So this is discoveries. This is not some invention I'm going to create in my laboratory. So these are apaurushaya vakyam iti vedaha. These are eternal. They are nityani and swataha pramanani. No anything else extra evidence is required. Oh, I want this light to see this object. I want some sense organ, I want some tools and technology to see this or experience certain object. So to see some light, I will have some another light bulb or another light. But what light you require to see that sun? that is source of all the lights. So that swataha pramanani, that self-evident, I am light, I am wisdom, I am knowledge. I don't need to prove, because whatever else evidence, they are coming from me. I am root of all the roots. I am roots of all the wisdom that is Vedas. So what other tools you require to understand this Vedas? You just need to be in this meditative state of your own nature. So Vedas are our own nature. When we are connecting with our own self, we are going to know who am I. Because yatha pinde tatha brahmande, whatever you are going to find inside this body mind system, the same thing is in universe. What laws they are operating inside this physical mental body, same laws and principles are governing this universal self. So it's always wiser to go more deeper and inside. That is why this you are going to see these Vedas, they are giving that how this universe operate, how many different stars are there, what are distance between them. They don't have any telescope, they don't have this all tools and technology. Swataha pramanani, without any tools and technology, they just become like that. They just merge with that universal reality and know everything, because they are universe. We are this part of universe. So that is Veda. Apaurusheyam vakyam iti Veda. Vedas are nityani and swataha pramanani. So Veda is a single largest collections of Vedic mantras and Brahmana texts that is revealed to Vedic rishis in deep meditative state. They are apaurushaya vakyani. Vedas is not originated from any divine power or human source. They are nityani. Vedas is eternal in nature and exist beyond this creation and destructions and recreational cycle of universe. And swataha pramanani. Veda is itself self-evident pramanas. Veda is preserved orally in an initial part of a life cycle and is passed to Guru Shishya, Acharya Shishya Parampara. That is why Veda is always called as a Shruti, because it is not in a written form, it's always on a verbal communications. It is more than 5,000 years back or 10,000 years back. This Rigveda is the oldest scriptures that anyone has found in this planet Earth as a written scriptures. Before it was also existing. This Veda is always there. We know this is a eternal laws of nature. It's always there, and vibrations and sound, and this been in a tradition to tradition is always been preserved, but in a written form, when this memory is not that proper and there are some other distractions are happening, they need to write it down in with pen and paper. Veda Vyasa classified whole Veda into 4 different collections: Riga, Yaju, Sam and Atharva. Veda can also be classified inside every Veda. They call it as Samhita. There will be some mandalas like chapters and kanda. There are some suktas and some mantras. Totally, there were 1,131 Veda shakhas that when be practiced. So this is structures of Veda: Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, and Atharvaveda. Rigveda, they will have some mandala. So it's a round shapes of them, and you are going more and more inside of that center of this circle or center of this mandala. In an initial stage, they will give you some peripheral of this Rigveda on a bird eye view of what Rigveda. Then you in a second stage, in a second mandala, in a third mandala, in a fourth mandala. That way, this Rigveda is categorized. And every mandala, when you are in a mandala, you are moving in this circular movement. There will be some suktas, and inside this every sukta, you have some specialized mantras. Yajurveda is very different formations of these scriptures. They are like a logical categorizations. There are some chapters, there are some theme that, okay, let's focus on this specific Devta, Agni Devta, and what this fire element is all about. Let's focus on fire elements. If they are focusing on gravitational force or some universal law, then they put as a topic, and then as a logical step by step, they are going to give that explanation. So it's more like a tree like structure. They have this categorization. It's not like a mandala. Same knowledge. See, Vedas are all same, but how they are explaining this knowledge is different. So in a Yajurveda is in a Kand, there are some chapters, and again, all chapters have suktas, and all suktas are coming out of mantras. Samaveda is totally different type of reality. It's all chandas, all like just a singing song and enjoying that knowledge. So no, someone is moving on this mandala or going on a categorization manner. Someone is logically understanding what Veda is. They are said, okay, this is what knowledge, this is what, who am I? These are all laws of nature. Let's sing and praise and enjoy. And in a fourth category, actually that been added very after, before there are only three Veda, Rig, Yaju, and Sam. After that, so more Vedas, they said, okay, only three Vedas are there, Rig, Yaju, and Sam. But when this modern mindset will come, they need more technologies and tools. They need more engineering and some practical usage of Vedas. Because you would, okay, this is what it is, and this, but how I should apply that, okay, this is a Medha Suktams, and have this vibrational frequency that is going to change your memory power. But how I can apply it in a day to day? Is there any tools, any tantras, any mantras, any yantras are needed, or what? So that all been come under Atharvaveda. So it's become fourth Veda, same knowledge of Riga, Yajur, and Sama. Same knowledge of Veda given on a more practical basis. So Vedas are only one, only these participations and the way of communications is different. So this is huge trees of Vedas and all this Rigveda, Atharvaveda, Sam, Yajur, and inside this we have this different Upanishads that we are going to learn in a later part of this session. Classifications of Vedas. See, each Veda have been classified in two basic fundamental texts that are called as a mantra, Sanhita, and Brahmanas. Mantra Sanhita, Apurva Vajanaka, Brahmanas, we again categorize in three: Karma Kanda, Upasana Kanda, Jnana Kanda. Karma Kanda, Brahmana, Aranyaka Kanda is called as a Upasana, and Upanishada we call as a Jnana Kanda. So three layers: Karma, Upasana, and Jnana. Brahmana, Aranyaka, and Upasana. When you are in a, after this brahmacharya ashram, you are going to in a gruhastha ashram, you will go in a karma kanda. Then you are in a vanaprastha, you more do this upasana, and in a later stage on a sannyasa dharma, you will do as a jnana kanda. In a brahmacharya ashram, you do everything in a bits and pieces, and after the practical way, these three sections you are going to perform. So the ashrama vyavastha, that is also according to how you are going to learn this Veda. You cannot just learn this Veda by just sitting on a morning and you can able to complete at the end of the night. No, it's required your whole life. And this is not to read. This is how you are going to apply. This is a way of life. So this way of life have four part, that these four phases of my life. That first student life, and then I have family life, and this leadership life, and the spiritual life. So in student life, I'm going to learn everything of all about Vedas. When I am in a specialized phase of my life as a family, Grihasthashram, I will do this Karma Kanda, that is been called as a Brahmanas. When I will go on a third stage of my life, Vanaprastha, I will do more pujas and all rituals, more upasana, prayers, and other, transforming my emotional self. And in the third, I'm going to focus on jnana, intelligence, Upanishads. So same Veda, but they have these three categories of Brahmanas. And all categories have some mantra. So Shanti mantra you are going to have, even you are in a Karma Kanda, Upasana Kanda, or a Jnana Kanda. You should have some Sankalpa, you should have some mantra Sanhita. So that is going to be common everywhere. So this is classifications of Veda. So Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, and Atharvaveda. Why I should read and apply these Vedas? Scriptures which describe the divine method for obtaining what is desirable and for giving up what is undesirable. That is called Veda. Ishta Prapti and Anishta Aparigraha. Alaukikam upayam yo grantho vedayati sa vedaha. That is definitions of Veda. Shayanaji. So this is our Vedic literatures of a Shruti and Smruti. In a Shruti, we have four Vedas, Rig, Yajur, Sam, Atharva. We have Brahmanas, we have Aranyaka, and we have Upanishads. In Smruti Parampara, in a memory dimensions of our life, we have these 7 different categories. We have Vedanga. To learn these Vedas, we should know this Vedanga. Siksha, Vyakrana, Chand, Nirukta, Kalpa, Jyotish. We have these epics called Itihasa, Ramayana, Mahabharata. We have Upaveda, applied Vedas, Ayurveda, Dhanurveda, Gandharva Veda, and Sthapatya Veda. And we have these Puranas, 18 different Puranas. We have this Shad Darshana, Sankhya, Yoga, Nyaya, Vaiseshik, Mimamsa, and Vedanta. And we have some Tantras or Agamas and Nigamas. So this is huge Vedic literature that we are going to understand. Rigveda has 21 shakhas or 21 different recitations. Only two are available right now. Rigveda has two formats, Mandala and Ashtaka. Every mantra in Rigveda is specific devta, they have some rishis and they have some specialized chantas. Rigveda has 10 mandalas, 1028 suktas, and 10,600 mantras. Yajurveda has two major shakhas that are Shukla Yajurveda and Krishna Yajurvedas. Yajurveda mantra are also called as Yajus mantra, and whoever is going to execute this Yajurveda is called as a Adhvaryu or Rutvija. Shukla Yajurveda has again 15 shakhas, branches. Brahmana are Sthapat Brahmana, and Aranyaka we have Brihad Aranyaka. Samaveda have 1000 shakhas. Right now, two are available. Kaustumba and Jaimini both are available right now as a Samaveda branches of reciting these mantras. These are like rendering this chanting of a Veda mantra for pleasing and understanding these devatas. These Veda mantras inside this Samaveda is called as a Samana mantras. Atharvaveda has 9 shakha. Right now, 2 is available. Piplada and Shaunuka both are available right now. Gopath Brahman is part of Atharvaveda. So this is our division of Vedas, 4 part, Mantra Sanhita, Brahmana, Aranyaka and Upanishads. Mantra will be most of the part we are going to use these mantras. Brahmana, it will be from when you are in a family life, Gruhasthashram, Aranyaka when you are Vanaprasthas, and Upanishads when you are going as a sannyas or more full-fledged way of focusing on your spiritual growth. So content of Veda, you have Karma Kanda, Upasana Kanda and Jnana Kanda. Again, this Sanhita, Brahman, Aranyaka and Upanishads. So Sanhita part of each Veda is the oldest layer and it's a simplest to explain. So Sanhita simply means, Samhita means Sangraha, means some collections. Collection of what? So collection of mantras, collections of knowledge. So all the Sanhita are Vedic Sanskrit, which is an ancient form of language. And this is what we call this basic form of some mantras. Then second layer we are going to see as a Brahmana. And third we have this Aranyakas. And fourth, the final part as a Jnana Kanda is Upanishads. So again, just to summarize what this Veda is all about, see, it's a very ancient Sanskrit text that has been ever written or ever been revealed in human history. Okay, so it's one of the oldest of oldest text or scriptures in Indo-European languages, most fundamental text for many Hindus and what we call Sanatana Dharmis. Lots of political, philosophical, and incarnations and mantras, musical notations, and all the knowledge that you can able to think about, all the knowledge, science and art and technologies, all this knowledge and wisdom that you think about, everything is who you are going to see in these Vedas. And essence of these Vedas and Upanishads is asatoma sadgamaya tamasoma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amrutagamaya. That okay, I want to know myself, I want to know my dharma, I want to know my karma, how I should live my life as a fullest. So these are 4 types of purusharthas and 4 types of life goals and the 4 types of phases of my life. That all I want to know. That is why I am going near to this Veda to understand that the reality that this rishis and this what we call this in a samadhi, they have revealed this truth about universe and about myself. I also want to know. That is why I am learning Vedas. And to learn Vedas, because that is in a Sanskrit, There are some lots of grammars, and there are some chandas and some meter, and there are so many different things that I should know to start even touching these Vedas, because it's a very purest form. And to learn these Vedas, I should first learn this Vedanga, some limbs of Vedas. So, what are these limbs of Vedas? 6 associated Shastras which must be studied before learning Vedas are called as Vedanga. Among the basic text of Hinduism, the 6 Angas, limbs of Veda, is next in importance to Veda themselves. So this Veda Purusha, when we are seeing as a Veda, we are using as a analogy of a Veda Purusha. As a Saguna Sakar, you need some idol. You need to see how that Veda is look like. And say, okay, it has 6 limbs or 6 different parts. So person who studies Veda must be acquainted with all these Angas. He must first learn to chant them, has to proficient in all the 6 Angas, which will later be helpful to him while gaining insight into the meaning of Vedas. So what are the 6 Vedangas are? Siksha, that is nose of Veda Purusha, through which he breathes. Phonetics. Phonetics are called as a Siksha. Vyakrana, grammar, mouth of Veda Purusha. Kalpa, hand of Veda Purusha, manuals of all rituals inside this Kalpa. Nirukta, lexicon and etymologies, ears of Veda Purusha. Chandas are foot of Veda Purusha. Prosody, all these chandas and matras, how I'm going to sing this mantra. Rules and regulations, and Jyotisha, eyes of Veda Purusha. Astronomy, that is going to be given in Jyotisha. So Siksha, Vyakrana, Kalpa, Nirukta, Chanda and Jyotish are 6 Vedanga. These are 6 different parts of Vedas. Kalpa, Siksha, Vyakaranam, Jyotisha, Nirukta and Chanda. Chandah padau tu vedasya hastau kalpotha patyate jyotishamanayam chakshur niruktam shrotramuchyate. Siksha tu vedasya mukham vyakaranam smrutam tasmat sangamadhitaiva brahmaloke mahiyate. So this is analogy of a Veda Purushas. To learn this Veda, we should learn this limb of Veda. It's called Vedanga. Chandas are legs, and Kalpa are hand, and Jyotisha are eyes, and Nirukta are ears, and Siksha are nose, and Vyakrana is as a face. So using this symbology of limbs for Vedanga is meant to point out the interdependency and integrity of all these disciplines. And by seeing and understanding these limbs, you are going to understand whole. So this Anga and Angi relationship. If you are going to hold, okay, I want to grab you, I want you to come with me. So how, if I'm going to hold your hand, that also I'm holding you, because that hand is also part of you. So if I want to learn Veda, if I'm going to learn Vedanga, that means I'm learning Vedas, because Vedanga is part of Vedas. So even I cannot understand and learn everything about Vedas, but I can do some part by part, part by part. Okay, let me learn some chandas. Let me learn some alphabets. Okay, that is written in Sanskritam. Let's understand Sanskritam. So that is, oh, you are learning Sanskritam. You are not learning Veda. Oh, Sanskritam is part of Veda. So I am learning Veda. Oh, you are learning grammar, but you are not learning Vedas. Oh, grammar is part of Veda. It's a limb of Veda. So I am learning Veda. So this small part, 6 part, if I'm going to learn, that way I'm going to learn whole Vedas. So it's prerequisite and at the same moment is a part of Veda also. So Siksha, phonetics, that is Siksha of Maharshi Panini that we are learning as a part of our Sanskrit language. Vyakarana is grammar of Maharshi Panini. Chandas, prosody is these meters, Pinglacharyas. Nirukta etymology, Nirukta of Yaskacharyas. Jyotisha, astrology, Garga. And Kalpa, methods of rituals that are Shalva Sutras, Darbha Sutras. There are some sutras, there are some formulas of rituals. So these 6 organs of Vedas. Siksha Shastra comes first among all the 6 limbs of Veda because it's a nose. It's a very fundamental alphabet. If you want to learn any language, you are going to learn alphabets, Varnamala. So same way, this all Veda mantras and all other things are written in Sanskrit. So what you are going to do, you are going to learn Sanskrit. So part of Sanskrit, Varnamala is called as a Siksha. Vyakarana, it is a mukha. So if you are going to learn Veda, there are some rules and regulations of this language, Sanskritam. So you are going to learn this language and the grammar of it. Ashtadhyayis and Vararuchi, Vyakarana Sutra. There are some Shastras. If you are going to learn, you are going in a second phase of learning Vedas. And in the third, there are some dictionaries, there are some words, they are going to come when you are going to read these Vedas. So you are going to have this dictionary with you. You have this kosha, they call as a nighantu, where this all terminology, say for yajna, say for this chandra, these are different Sanskrit words, this vocabulary and root words, they are going to come. So you don't have understand that meaning because one word maybe have multiple meaning and multiple meaning maybe have single word. So which meaning it going to be understood in this particular rig mantra or sama mantra. So you should have this nirukta, nighantu, yaskacharya's nirukta. So you can able to say, okay, in this loka, this type of meaning we should interpret. So this dictionary kosha we should always have when we are going to learn or understand these Vedas. And a fourth step, there are some practical rituals that, okay, this is how yajna should be there, this is how the temple should be managed, this is how this particular karma should be functioned. So these manuals that you have this washing machine and then you want to start an operating, you should have that manuals, how that going to work. So that tantras and yantras and mantras, so that is going to be given in these kalpa sutras. So these kalpa shastras, that Vedic karmas, that action that we need to perform, there are some sutras to give this SOP, standard of procedures is given. So there are many different types of kalpa sutras. Shalva sutras is there. So deal with marking and measurement. When you have this, you want to create some architectures and some building, then you require this mathematics and calculative measurement SOPs. So different types of SOPs are there. Griha Sutya, if you are going to create your domestic life or you have some concern how I'm going to perform, or if there are some family issues are happening. So what are SOPs, what are standard of procedure, what should be my dharma, which side I should go or what action I should do. So that situational wise, you have these different kalpa sutras. You have dharma sutras. If you have any issues with your ethics, customs and laws, then you go to dharma sutras. All many different kalpa sutras according to different situations of your life. It's given. Many sages have contributed to create this Kalpa Sutra. Krishna Yajurveda, Shukla Yajurveda, we have Kalpasutra. Sankhyayan has also written a Kalpasutra for Rigvedas, and Kautilyam, Katyayana's Kalpasutra is also very popular. Jyotisha is a science of a celestial body. So this Jyotisha, these calculations are mainly done in two types, Surya Siddhanta and Driga Ganhita. Garga, Narada, Parashara have written this Sanhita of this, what we call this Jyotishas, how predictions and how this external reality, their functions, this all mathematics, everything, astronomy is all given in these Jyotisha Shastras. And Chanda is prosody, main text. Chanda Sutras is Pingla Rushi. They have put, there are lots of chandas is there, Anushtupa Chanda is there that you are going to see when you are chanting this Bhagavad Gita's. So Gayatri Chandas and Anushtup Chandas are there. Pankti, Trishtup Chanda. Trishtup Chanda is very popular in Vedas also. So they also have 4 verses of 11 syllables every verses. And Anushtup Chanda is of 4 verses, and every verses will have 8. So it will be have 32 swaras. Jagati Chanda is also there. That is very popular in Veda Sanhita and mantras. So these are different types of chandas. Let's move to practical or derived shastras of Veda, we call as Upavedas. So Shilpa, Dhanur, Gandharva, Ayurveda. Shilpa is architectural, Dhanur is defense, Gandharva is music, and Ayur is medicine Vedas. So knowledge that has been applied, that is called as a Upaveda. And that is also part of our Smruti Shastra. We already covered that Shruti Shastra. Smruti means that has been remembered. These are secondary scriptures of human compositions. 4 Upaveda, subsidiaries Veda. Someone is asking, okay, give name of subsidiaries Veda. Then it will come as a Upaveda. So Vedanga, that is different. That is a part or the prerequisite. Prerequisite to learn Vedas are called Vedanga. To learn Vedas, you should know grammar. To learn Veda, you should know Chandas. And these are more practical. I cannot even learn this Veda. It's too high for me. Give me some subsidiary. Give me some options of Veda. I want to learn Vedas, but I cannot learn that original form of Veda. Then this subsidiaries Veda, if even these 4 Vedas you are going to learn, you will have some glimpse of what Veda is look like. So Ayurveda, science of life and health, associated. Again, see these Vedas, even though that subsidiary, the root is always there. Veda is always, they are going to connect it. So first is Ayurveda, science of life and health, associated with Rigveda, Charak Sanhita, Sushrut Sanhita, Vagbhatta Sanhita, Kama Sutras, all coming under this. Dhanurveda, military science associated with Yajurveda. Dhanur Shastra, sage Vishwamitra in 4th chapter dealing with both offensive and defensive warfare, mystical missiles and all other things. Gandharva Veda, science of music and art associated with Samaveda. Gandharva Shastra with sage Bharata on the science of vocal and instrumental music and dance as a mean to concentrate the mind of God. And Earth Shastra is science of politics and economics. That is Atharvaveda, Chanakya Sutras. So Dhanurveda, Veda, science of welfare. It is Upaveda of Yajurveda. Primarily deal with different astras and shastras and weapons and war tool and organizing troop and organizing war strategies. Ayurveda is a science of medicine. It is known as a medicine from Ashwini Devta. Dhanvantri, the main Vedic Rishi who started Ayurveda is Dhanvantri. It's the incarnations of Lord Vishnu. Important work are Charak Sanhita. lots of content you are going to see in Ayurveda. We have Kaya Chikitsa and Shalakya Tantra, Shalya Tantra, Bhuta Vidya, treatment of some psychical disease, and Kaumarya Brityas and Rasayana Tantras, and the different types of other techniques for health, and how you can improve your health and life and live better life when you are living on this planet Earth. Sthapatya Vedas are compromise of constructions of places of worship or your home and other organizations and building, how you should build that. All manuals and SOPs and technologies are given in these scriptures, and that is part of Atharvaveda. Sthapatya Veda, Vastu Shastras, and Shilpa Shastra. Arthashastra deals with politics, economic, commerce, and finance. It deals with Rajaniti, Dandaniti, and Arthaniti. Shukraniti, Bruhaspati Niti, Vidur Niti, and Chanakya Nitis are very popular Arthashastra scriptures and authors. Gandharva Veda deal with entertainment. It comprises of Sangeeta, vocal and instrumental music, Natya, dance, Nataka, drama, Upaveda of Samaveda. Natya Shastra of Bharata Muni, one of the topmost of Gandharva Veda. So this is how our chapter of Veda is over. Let's move to session 3. That will be our Smruti Shastras. So in a Smruti Shastra, we have 3 categories. We have Dharma Shastra, we have Itihasa, and we have Puranas. Smruti, that is from memory. Smrutis have laid down definite rules and laws to guide the individuals and community in their daily conduct and to regulate their manners and custom. This Smruti have given more detailed instruction according to these conditions, these modern times, because Veda, even though are eternal, but some modern conditions and confusions are arising, then we require this modern scriptures that we call as a Smruti. So they give more in-depth and the specialized knowledge in that current situations. So one can learn how he can spend his whole life from this Smruti, the duties of Varna ashramas or all ceremonies and all other different what we call duties and ethics like Manu Smruti and Yajnavalkya Smruti that you are going to learn. And this are called as a Smruti Shastra. So this Shastra means Sansanat Trayati iti Shastram, which protect by teaching. That is going to help us. That term Sas means to teach and instruct are called as a Shastra. So these are our Shastras. So this all Shastra, Bhautika Shastra that we are said, okay, when this physics we call as a Bhautika Shastra, we have this Dharma Shastra, we have Rasayana Shastra called chemistry, Moksha Shastra, we have Jiva Shastra, biology, Vastu Shastra, architectural science, Kama Shastra, Shilpa Shastra, science of mechanical arts and scriptures, and Artha Shastra, science of politics, and Niti Shastra, ethics. So all our Shastras, all our science, all our science. So we have this Dharma Shastra, we have these Artha Shastras, all these Shastras, Manu Smrutis and Yajnavalkya Shruti, Parashara Smruti, Gautama Dharma Sutras, Vishnu Dharma Sutras, all are, we have like many Dharma Shastras available. Manu Smruti, Parashara, Yajnavalkya, and many more Smrutis. So this is Manu Smruti, is very fundamentals of Dharma Shastras. And there are so many Shastras, Bhautika Shastra, Dharma Shastra, Rasayan Shastra, and Jiva Shastra. Enormous, whichever Shastras, whichever field of knowledge you are want to excel, you can have these shastras and try to learn, and then excel in that particular field of knowledge. Natya Shastram, we have Jyotisha Shastra, we have Surya Siddhant for if astrology, someone wants to move forward, then they can go and learn this Surya Siddhanta Shastras. And Shastras are pramana, that are evidence. And Shastras are for everyone. Shastras for everyone. Tenfold characteristics of Manu and Dharma Shastra. Dhrutik Shamadamasthayam Shaucham Indriya Nigraha Dhirvidya Satramakrodho Dashakam Dharma Lakshanaham. Dhriti, patience, Kshama, forgiveness, Dama, self-control, Asteya, non-stealing, Saucha, cleanliness, Indriya Nigraha, control over organs, and Dhihi, this intelligence, this vidya, spiritual knowledge, and this satyam, truthfulness, and akrodha, non-anger. These 10 characteristics of dharma. If someone is asking what is dharma, then you should give answer from Dharma Shastra. Which Dharma Shastra? Manu Dharma Shastras. And this is characteristic of what dharma is. These are ethics. If someone is following, we call as a dharmic. Itihasa, sacred epics. So there are two main itihasa we are going to see in Ramayana and Mahabharatas. Ramayana and Mahabharata are the greatest epics so far. These itihasa are also known as Suhrit Samhrita, friendly treaties. So Ramayana by sage Valmiki, epic of Ram Avtara, and Mahabharata by sage Vyasa, epic of Avtara Krishnas. And everyone knows about what Ramayana and Mahabharata is. What are different kanda and what are different chapters and how it is been performed, we already know. And there are some great stories that been given to get inspirations how to live a dharmic life. Let's move to Puranas, sacred legends and histories. 18 major Puranas and 18 minor Puranas. So Dev Rishi Narada is asking Vedavyasa to write this Bhagavata Purana because Vedas already written these Vedas, compilations of Vedas and writing lots of other scripture, but still he feel that he missing something. So that's why Narada is asking him that, okay, now you can start doing these compilations of Puranas also. Lots of great stories you are going to see in Puranas. Bhagavata Purana, Vishnu Purana, Naradiya Purana, Vamana Purana, Matsya Purana, Garuda Purana, Brahma Purana, Bhavishya Purana, Agni Purana, Brahma Vaivarta Purana, Brahmanda Purana, Padma Purana, Shiva Purana, Linga Purana, Kurma Puranga, Markandeya Purana, Varaha Purana, and Skanda Purana. So these are all 18 Puranas. All Purana has so many huge compilations of all stories, how that creation is happen, how this universe are working, all that knowledge in a very beautiful and very storytelling way of giving that same knowledge that Vedas are giving. So same knowledge, but only language is different. And in a more practical ways in this day-to-day life, how that dharma and how that karma can be performed, inspirations and motivation someone can get from Puranas. What this Purana means very ancient and very old and a vast what we call this all literatures of Indian wide range of topic, particularly myths and the legends and the tradition, and composed again in Sanskrit, and mainly deities are Brahma, Vishnu, Shivas, and Devi. So Puranic literature is like an encyclopedia. It include all diverse topics such as cosmologies and genealogy, god and goddesses, their kings and their heroes and sages and demigods and tales and pilgrimage, different temples, some medicines, astronomy, grammar, some humors, love stories and theology and philosophy, all everything you are going to see in this Puranic literature. So these are 18 Mahapuranas and there are some 18 Upapuranas. Agni Puranas, it's contain encyclopedic information, including geography of Mithila, Bihar, and it is have cultural history, politics, all that has been given in Vastu Shastras, how the trees and plants are living, it's given in Agni Puranas. Then we have this Bhagavata Purana, the most studied and very most popular Purana right now, and it's giving all details of avatar of Vishnu's, and it's prominent for Vaishnavism. Brahma Purana is also called some very Adi Purana. So many Mahapuranas give this reference from these Brahma Puranas. Brahmanda Purana, this universe, how that universe is created and how that manifestation of Brahmanda is happening, that is given in Brahmanda Purana. Brahma Vaivrita Purana, all this discussion of Shiva, Parvati, Ganesha is given in Brahma Vaivrita. Garuda Purana is also encyclopedia's diverse topic of how this karmas and how this heaven and what are hell, what is karma, their rebirth and mokshas, and what is going to happen after this jiva is going to die, how that going to travel in a different parallel universe and parallel world, and all these astronomies and planets and so great intense informations and knowledge you are going to get in Garuda Puranas. Kurma Purana is the second 10 major avatars of Lord Vishnu's. Linga Puranas is a lingam, what is a symbolism, lingam and alingam, manifestation form and unmanifested form of a Purushas and Prakriti is given in a Linga Puranas, how you can able to identify something. Markandeya Purana is the Vidya range in Western India. It's describes this whole history about that. And the Matsya Purana is encyclopedia of again diverse topic. It's a story of Matsya, this fish god, and then avatar of Vishnu's and all greater stories in Matsya Puranas. Narada Purana, Naradiya Puranas also discuss Vedas and their 6 Vedanga. Padma Purana is also part of Lord Vishnu. Shiva Purana, 24,000 different verses and discuss Shivas and their stories. Skanda Puranas, it's a Kartikeya god and their stories of Shiva. So Vamana Purana, North Indian, particularly Himalayan foothill region. Vamana Purana is also part of the Lord Vishnu. Varaha Purana is a Vishnu-related worship. Manuals are given in Varaha Purana. Vayu Purana, also it's one of the biggest Mahapuranas. And this Vayu, this air element, and how this air element is functioning, and all this creation is happening through and from this air is very greatly described in this. Vishnu Purana, again part of Lord Vishnu. And classifications of Mahapurana, if there are 18 different Puranas, then you can able to classify it in 3 different groups. One that will be Brahma, second will be Vishnu, and third will be Shiva. So Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, creator and manager and destroyer. So all these Purana have six different Puranas. So 6 multiplied by 3, we have 18 Puranas. Characteristics of Puranas. So 5 characteristic or sign, if someone you want to read as a Purana, it should have sargas, mean it should have cosmology. It should have pratisarga, cosmology, and the cosmology, cosmogony and cosmology. It's all pratisarga. How you can going back means the pralaya. If someone is enumerate, if someone is going to expand, then how it's going to be end. That reverse process this Purana should describe. And the Vansha Parampara, this geologies of gods, sages, and kings, and Manvantara, this cosmic cycle and history of world during the time of this Pratyarcha and Manushya Avtara and various king and their vanshas, they should be also given in this Purana. So Brahma Purana, Padma, Vishnu, Shiv, Bhagavad, Naradiya. Again, Sikhs are Markandeya, Agni, Bhavishya, Brahma, Vaivarta, Linga, Vara, Skanda, Vaman, Kurma, Matsya, Garud, and Brahmanda Purana. Now just move to the final course that will be Agamas, Manuals of Divine Worship. So Agama are also theological treatises and practical manuals of divine worships. Tantra, Mantra and Yantras are given in Agamas. So this Agamas also set of religious texts followed by various Hindu devotional schools. Agama translate to that which has come down to as a traditions. So these Agama scriptures are Vaishnav, Shiva and Shakti. There are three main different Agamas are available. One for Vishnu, one for Shiva and one for the Divine Mother. So Vaishnava Agama, Shiva Agama and Shakti Agamas. And many Shiva Agama, Shakti Agama and Vishnu Agamas are available to read. There are some practical manuals, how I should do this puja, how I can do this Sagun Upasana. All tools, tantras, mantras is given in these Agamas. And again, Agamas consist of 4-part yoga, kriyas, jnanas and some charya pada. So lots of Agamas we have available. And that is also part of this Tantra Shastras, these technologies that is been given. So let's finish this part, and I think we are done with this part. So let's. So we have completed this part of Shruti scriptures, these Vedas and different part of Vedas and Upavedas and Vedangas. And there are some Puranas that is also glorifying this knowledge and wisdoms of Vedas, that also we try to take some bird eye views of different Puranas and some Agam Shastras. Now, very important part of human life will be that we said there are 4 Purushartha, human goals: Dharma, Artha, Kama and Moksha. So we learn about this Dharma Shastra, this Manu Shastra, Manu Dharma Shastras, Yajnavalkya Dharma Shastras. For Artha, we try to understand this Kautilya Artha Shastras and all other Artha Shastras are available. How I can have this material wealth management and all other criterias. How I can live my life as a dharmic way. I have Dharma Shastras. We have some Kama Shastras for means of enjoyment. But what about the final and foremost element of human goals? That is my moksha. I want to realize my true nature. I want to come out of this cycle of misery and pain and life and death all the times. So what are scriptures are available to start moving on this direction? Right now, I'm always moving on outside. All these sense organ and indriyas or moving ahead and taking and having that enjoyment on this objective or materialistic world. But I know that real self, Anandam is within myself. So that journey, that reverse process. So for that, which tools are available? How I should start? If someone said, okay, I want to do this Purushartha of moksha, that is my finest and the most precise goal of my human life. I want nirvana. I want to realize myself. Then what shastras or what are some manuals that I want to follow? What are tools and technologies? So that is called as a prasthana. Sthana means movement on that outward desired way that everyone is moving. But I want prasthana, specialized way of moving to that destination where I can observe and realize my own nature. For that, we have some shastras. And we know there are so many Vedas and Upanishads and so many literature. I cannot focus everything on this very small human life. So give me very compact form of this knowledge. So this threefold architecture, threefold knowledge and wisdom bites are given to humans. They call as a Trayi, Prasthana Trayi. If you want to move inside, if you want to move on spiritual side, that prasthana, you required three tools, only three tools. You required some logical understanding, nyaya prasthana, tarka prasthana. You require some shruti prasthana and smruti prasthana, what you are going to heard, what you are going to remember, and how you are going to put on logical form. So by heard, by just listening from Veda, Shruti, Prasthana, then you are going to remember, someone is going to guide you. Okay, you want to move from this Bangalore to Mumbai. How you are going to go? Okay, these are steps. You go in north direction and then take this train or take this vehicle, then stop here, then take this bus, and all these directions, all this, you are just listening and listening on this first stage. Okay, you need nirvana. Okay, these are tools and technology. Just listen. So that will be my first step. But after I start moving, and then if I go in this 5 kilometers and 10 kilometers, oh, what I need to do after that, which train number, where I should go, left or right, I forget. And then again coming back to that source of knowledge, again whatever that instruction given, again I will start and move 10 kilometers, 15 kilometers, again I'm going to forget about that directions. Then what is going to happen? The second stage, I need to remember all these shastras, remember these instructions and SOP, how different stages and how different phases of your spiritual life you need to perform which actions or duties. Smruti Prasthana, Smruti Prasthana. And you should have your own logic. You are just following blindly that okay, this is what a shruti and this is how I remember, I just want to do. But this is modern world, everything is changing and changing. You should use your own instinct. Oh, Google is giving me go that, oh, but this, there is a dead end, there are some constructions are going on. So you should not always follow GPS or Google or some other basic tools and technology. That is in overall, that is fine. But in current situation, you should use your nyaya prasthana, this logical mind that is given by this God to take your steps wisely. So all three prasthanas are required. Shruti, Smruti, and Nyaya Prasthana. So three tools and technologies we are going to learn in this session. Prasthana Trayi. Three division of knowledge. Prasthana Trayi. First will be our Upanishads. Upanishads are coming under Shruti, that we are like hearing from that original source of knowledge, that is Veda, starting point of revelation. Shruti Prasthana, Shruti Prasthana. Second will be Bhagavad Gita, that is Smruti, memory, starting point of remembered tradition. Sadhana Prasthana, practical tales. And third, we have Brahma Sutras or Vedanta Sutra, that we call as a Nyaya Prasthana, logical text, Ukti Prasthana. These three texts, three manuals, if someone is going to take in their day-to-day life, they can able to achieve their fourth goal of moksha. So Prasthana Trayi, etymology is two terminology, Prasthana plus Trayi. Prasthana means source of authority, institute of Vedantic teaching. To move forward with your spiritual goal is called as a Prasthana. And that tools and technology, we have three. Trayi means three. So three tools and technology, they are helping you to achieve your moksha goal or to move forward with your source of authorities. Self-realizations are called as a Prasthana Trayi. First Prasthana, because right now we are in this medium of modern realizations, logical tools and technology, we will start with a Brahma Sutra. Brahma Sutra start with Athato Brahma Jigyasa. I want to know that Brahman, eternal truth, that Atman. I want to know that Mimukshutvam. That is what we have started this journey of moksha, self-realization's goal. So first step will be our Brahma Sutra. Let's inquire into that Brahman, Athato Brahma Jigyasa. This Brahma Sutras is a text that's been divided in four different parts. First chapter we call as a Samanvaya chapter, harmonizing all that text. Because see, Brahma Sutra, they are compilations of Ved Vyasas, Vadrayananji inside all these main major Upanishads into single part of book. We call as a Vedanta Sutra. Because see, Upanishads are so wide. There are so many Upanishads, and everyone is talk about Brahman and Atman differently. Someone said it's like a Jyotishmai. Someone said it's like a fire. Someone is saying like it's a Jalatattva. Someone said it's outside. Someone said inside your body. All this, even though they are talking about same topics, but their realization is different. That language of expressing that knowledge is so different. People are going to confuse by reading different Upanishadic text. So Bhadrayani said, okay, let's compile all this Upanishadic knowledge, that giving that particular directions to move forward with Brahman. Samanvaya. All the text talks about Brahman and ultimate reality for the goal. Let's compile that sutras, their definitions inside chapter 1, harmonize them. Once that harmonization is done, there are some conflicting ideas, that someone say you need to move north and someone say you need to move south. Someone is said, okay, that is in physical in sense Atman. Someone says it's very subtler. Someone say Gunatraya. All this conflicting text that creates some confusion on this reader's mind. So let's remove that conflicting text and shlokas and sutras. Only have that non-conflicting Avirodha Sutras inside chapter 2. So first we are doing this Samanvaya, second he done this non-conflicting text only, and third he said, okay, now what? Start moving, start practicing. I'm just giving you maps and I'm just giving you guidelines. Okay, you need to move from here to there, and you are just sitting here, standing here. You are not going to reach there. To reach there, you need to start moving in that direction. So let's start practice this sadhana, spiritual practice, processes to achieve that ultimate goal of your life, to know yourself. And in four, once you start moving towards your goal, what realizations, what these vibhutis, what these phalas, because every action, it will going to give you some rotations. So what realization on different stages, if you are moving to samadhi, then a saguna samadhi and a nirguna samadhi and a savitarka and a nirvitarka, and different layers when you are going more subtler and subtler in this self-realization. These all stages is given in fourth chapter. So only fourth chapter, samanvaya, avirodha, sadhana and phala. Brahma Sutras, 555 aphorism sutras in 4 chapter, and each chapter is also divided in 4 sections. Badarayana is the author of this work. There are 4 chapters: Samanvaya, Avirodha, Sadhana and Phala. Said, okay, this is Brahma Sutra. I understand what Brahman is. Brahman is Atman, this ultimate reality, that self. But what this Sutra, you said it's all compilation of Sutra. It's not like a mantra, or it's not like a shloka. It's not like a bhashya. It's not some adhikaran. So there are some terminology differences. So Sutra, we call as a crypts statement. Alpaksharama sandignam sakvadikshat ashvato mukham Asto bhamanavayam cha sutram sutravido dviduhu. These 6 qualities, six condition, if any sentence or any vakyam they are going to acquire, they call as a sutras. From alpaksham, should be very concise, should be very small and brief, so that we can able to memorize. Athato brahma jigyasa. What is asana? Oh, sthira sukham asanam. You are not going to give all commentary. Oh, there are 50 lakhs and 64 lakhs of asanas, and there are different stages of asana. And you can write so and on and on and on. And people will going to forget their own questions and their answers. It's a very simple question. What is asana? Steadiness with effortless ease of any physical posture is called asana. Okay, complete. It's very small and precise. Briefly, you should give that explanation. It's called sutras. Asandigna should be very clear, non-vague, unambiguous. Put some lots of commentary. You should avoid that. Sarvada should be alone, and essence should be there. Vishwato Mukhi, it's have many faces. So said, okay, this sthira sukham asanam. So in a different condition that should be applied. So different variables, say E is equal to MC square. So that E and M and C is not fixed. Different mass, different padartha, different this instrument. They have different variety of weight and velocities, and the different conditions, external and internal. Still, that energy, that formula should work in all condition. Vishwato mukham. And astubham, free from unnecessarily glorification. Oh, that Newton was such a great scientist. He have created these sutras. And if we praise him, we can able to realize, and how if we can, all this glorification unnecessary. Okay, I'm just asking what is asana. Give me who the sage person Patanjali is, how he has performed, and if you remember this sutra. No, I just need this answer, nothing else. And I will do what I need to do after that. So unnecessary glorification. How to practice asana? I'm not asking how. I'm asking what. What is asana? Just tell me that answer. It's 1 mark question. It's not a 10 mark on 100 mark questions that I need to write pages and pages and pages. So that astu Brahman, athato Brahma jigyasa. What is yoga? Yoga chitta vritti nirodha. Mental modifications when going to stops. That condition of mind is called yogam. Very simple way. How to do chitta vritti nirodha, that I'm not asking. When I will ask, give that sutras. But right now I'm asking only one question, single question. What is yoga? Anavadhyam nirdosha, defect free. There should not be any shabda dosha or artha dosha. So that grammars, the etymologies and all other things should be very precise. So 6 condition when they are going to fulfill, that is called as a sutrams. So these are we are going to learn as a Brahma Sutram. So Brahma Sutra, 555 sutra, 4 section, or we call as a padas, each chapter. And there are total 191 topics that Brahma Sutra is talks about. They call as a adhikaranas. 4 adhyaya or chapter are Samanvay, consistency, hetu, what is proof of Brahma Vidya, central teaching of Upanishads, Purva Mimamsa, Sankhya say karma is main topic, then why I should go for this Jnana Yoga, Tatu, Samanvayat, 4 sutra, very, very important. Even that only 4 sutras, only 4 sutras. Sutra 1, 2, 3, 4. If you are going to practice, all other Brahma Sutras are just explanation of that only 4 Chatushloki. Second Adhyaya, Avirodha, non-contradiction. Brahma Vidya does not have any contradiction. There will be all these doshas and if it contradiction free. Second chapter is all about logic based. Sadhana is direct sadhanas given. Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasan. 3 practice of Jnana Yoga. Shravana, you need to listen what is instruction given to you. You need to understand mentally and then go into deep meditation. So there are some direct sadhanas and there are some indirect sadhanas are given. There are some karma yoga, upasana yoga, some other types of meditations yoga is also given in 3rd chapter, sadhana adhyaya. And 4th is phala, all fruits. Smallest moksha, muktis, karma mukti is what, sadhyo mukti is what, and all these liberation stages of heya shunya, geya shunya, chikirsha shunya, all these stages when they are going to come when you do practices. So this is what summary of Brahma Sutras. So it's the first chapter, Samanvaya deliberations of Brahman, Sutra 1, Sutra 2, it's original of universe, and so Sutra 3, scriptures as a source of knowledge. Why that Shruti Pramana is only Pramana? But once we will go in a Darshana Shastra, there are different Pratyaksh and Anuman and Upaman, different evidence they are taking. But they said, no, you should not take as a Pratyaksha Pramana or Anunavana Pramana to know Brahman, because a Pratyaksha Pramana, this is direct knowledge, you are using this sense organ, but so this sense organs are transitory, they are all asata. So you cannot use this asata tool to know Sat. So only Shruti is Pramana in a Brahma Sutras, and the other Upanishads of Brahman, they are talking about in Sutra 4. And they are all reference, right? So someone is this topic says a abode of heaven and earth, then they are giving this topic. So it's a Sutra 127. So from where this sutra coming from? So they, okay, it is from Mundaka Upanishads. Oh, this Bhuma Vidya, this Bhuma and vast ocean of a consciousness that always is expanding, that call as a Bhuma. So from where this Bhuma coming from? Oh, that is coming from Chandogya Upanishad. What are this God? What are these vibrations? Okay, I'm talking about these different types of vibrations. The topic name is vibration. Give me reference. So it's more like a research-based thesis that you are going to see when you are going to learn this Brahma Sutras. Causality, Satkaryavad. So what this cause and effect? So all this Srishti Vakyas, all these Upanishads, they are talking about this causality, corrections of passages, how you can do these purifications. Every sutras has some this reference for. So that is written by Vyas Acharya. He have done three major tasks to create this Brahma Sutra. First, he need to extract and finalize which Upanishads he is going to take into consideration. So he's taking the 10 Upanishads and extract very important topic from 10 Upanishads. Second, when he is putting his work into defend what will be the right teaching, because there are so much ambiguities and so much different things are happening. So just putting the right way forward, and some offensive and unnecessarily illogical loopholes need to taken care. So three major tasks or project Vyasa has to. And why I should read Brahma Sutra? Again, we know we are part of Prasthana Trayi. So there are Gita, 10 Upanishads, and Brahma Sutra. Three are major texts are required to gain that knowledge of Brahma, Brahma Jnana. And six major topics are going to be covered in Brahma Sutras. Topic number one, what is Jiva? Or what is this living being is all about. Then second will be what this Jagata, what this universe is all about. And the third will be what or who is this Ishvara, means what is cause of all this effect, is a Prakriti or a Purushas, that source of all this effect. Four, what is this bandha? Because we said, okay, I want to liberate it, I want to be free from all this misery. Then what this bandhana? What is this bondage? Why this suffering is happening? So this sansaras and technologies and all these things related to bondage is explained as a fourth topic. And fifth, when we know these bondages, then what are we call as a mukti or freedoms, and what are some tools are available for muktis. That will be in a practice session of six, what are sadhanas of moksha. So only six topics are going to cover in entire Brahma Sutras. Jiva, Jagata, Ishvara, Bandha, Moksha, and Sadhanas. When we go on a Darshana Shastra, we will, as a Uttar Mimamsha is same as a Brahma Sutra. So when we will go as a Shad Darshana, Uttar Mimamsha, Purva Mimamsa, both go together. That way we will focus more on this Brahma Sutras. But these four sutras are very, very important part. Athato Brahma Jigyasa. Therefore, that liberations on Brahma, I want to start my journey. Janma Gyasya Yataha, that Brahma that are derived, the birth of this universe. Shastro Nityatva, Brahma is not known from any other source, Pratyakshanuman, only by Shruti Pramana, only by Veda, Shruti Pramana, direct experience. Aparoksha Anubhuti, Tattu Samanvayat is known from Upanishads. All these objects, all this knowledge, you should read this Samanvaya, whatever experience that these people have and what you are going to have, you need to summarize then and then, because it's all bits and pieces. You need to do this harmonizing and collecting your small experience, and all this experience, when you do this Samanvaya, that large, that experience of whole, you are going to experience. So it's Athato Brahma Jigyasa Janmagyasya Yata Shastrayo Nityatva Tattu Samanvayat. There are some different Siddhanta going to be taught in Uttar Mimamsa, and the same as in a Brahma Sutra. What is avidya and maya? And what is Purusha and Prakriti? So what is Upadana Karana? So when we go in Uttar Mimamsa or the Vedanta, we are going to learn much more deeper of this different Turiya Avastha. This much more essence when we are seeing when Adi Shankaracharya have start going on this Uttar Mimamsa Brahma Sutras, this very popular shloka as a Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya Jivo Brahmeva Na Paraha. This Brahman and Brahman alone is real. There's non-dual self, and all other things are just illusory. All mithyas, all mithyas. Individual self and Brahman are one. Jiva and Atma, Jiva and Brahma both are same. So central teachings of that Brahma Sutras, Advaita Vedanta. And then what is Maya and what are different powers of Maya? When we will go on Uttar Mimamsa as a Darshana Shastras, we will talk more detail on that. So let's quickly move for second stage or this middle tier, because I don't want to go to too extreme of spirituality of a Brahma Sutras. So I have this middle way. By doing my day-to-day duties, even I can start moving on moksha, self-realization. So this Gita Sar, this Krishna is going to taught us how we can live balanced way of life, material life and spiritual life. And we already know this Bhagavad Gita is a Dharma Kshetra, Kurukshetra is a talk between Arjuna and Krishna is the most important part of Mahabharata. Is Lord Krishna as Arjuna on the battlefield. They have these communications of a great knowledge is revealed, and there are 18 chapters in the Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna Vishada Yoga, Arjuna's grief. Second is Sankhya Yoga, yoga of knowledge. Third is Karma Yoga, yoga of action. Fourth is Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga, renunciation of action in knowledge. Sannyasa Yoga, true renunciation. Dhyana Yoga, meditation. Jnana Vijnana, knowledge and wisdom. Akshara Brahma Yoga, imperishable Brahman. Rajavidya, Rajaguhya Yoga, royal knowledge and royal secrets. Vibhuti Yoga, divine glories. Vishwarupa Darshana, vision of the divine cosmic form. Bhakti Yoga, path of devotion. Kshetra Kshetragya, Vibhaga Yoga, field and its knowledge. Gunatraya, three types of guna. Purushottam, supreme spirit. Daivi Sampatta Vibhaga Yoga, divine and devil estates. And Shraddhatraya, moksha sannyas. Last is liberations, renunciation. So journey will start from Vishada Yoga and end with moksha, renunciation, and on in between we have 16 chapters, and we have these four different types of yoga: karma, dhyana, jnana, and bhakti. So this is Bhagavad Gita. Just in explaining what this sansara, what this universe is all about. Chapter 2 is talking about this Sankhya Yoga, where this karma, jnana, and sthita prajnasya lakshana, that is given in chapter 2. How this birth and life is always there, and there are so many reincarnations that is explained by Krishna to Arjuna. And this is a very great shlokas. Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phala heturbhu ma te sangosva karmani. How that action should be performed. Chapter 3 is Karma Yoga and Loka Sangraha, and different sadhanas has been explained that how that niyatam karma, what will be the right action you should perform. Chapter 4, there are different avatars and how that jivas and reincarnations are happenings, and these desires, and from desires how the different lokas and different birth you are having. And chapter 5 is nishthas and vidvat sannyasa and different sadhanas, atma and what is anatma. Atma and anatma are in a different form, and then whatever you are seeing right now or what you are not seeing, this already been dead, that if you are going to make them conqueror, they already been conqueror, so that past tense and futures and presents all are same, everything is happening simultaneously. And different philosophies and science of timing. Chapter 6 is more focus on our meditations, how to do meditations, this dhyana abhyasa, process of dhyana, and what is the process of dhyana phalam, how to see where to focus, what will be my object, is given in these different forms of yoga abhyasa. It's very greatly explained in chapter 6, and chapter 7 is Ishvara and Paraprakruti, Aparaprakriti, that is been explained. Chapter 8 is explained this Omkara mantra. And chapter 11, Arjuna's with Divya Chakshus and this Vishwarupa Darshana, that everything, all this Purusha, Prakriti, all these manifestations, everything is happening simultaneously. All this process is explained in chapter 11 as a Vishwarupa Darshana. Chapter 12 is aspects of Bhakti, Para Bhakti, transformations of emotions, Narada Bhakti Sutras that we are going to learn. It's a part of this chapter 12, that athato bhakti jigyasa, bhakti parama prema swarupa amruta swarupa cha. Chapter 13, the kshetra kshetragya jnana, that who are this subject and who are this object, this viveka, discrimination between these tools. And chapter 14, these three gunas, sattva, raja and tamas, and how they are interchanged with each other, it's very deeply explained there. Chapter 15, samsara vriksha, ashwatha vriksha, all these roots are upward, our roots are spirituality. Whatever that material success we are seeing right now, it's only because of that adhyatma. So we should learn that spirituality to grow even on material dimension also. Chapter 16 is Daivi Sampati and Ashuri Sampati. All these virtues necessary for Atma Jnana, Daivi Sampatis, are explained. Abhayam Sattva Suddhir Jnana Yoga Vyavasthitihi. And chapter 17, what are these sadhanas and this Om Tat Sat? That's the ending of all these sadhanas, 5 types of discipline, sattva, rajatama, and what are shraddhas and ahara, yajna, all its different various topics are explained chapter 17. And last chapter is phala, enlightenment, moksha, and the different layers and phases of your moksha. So this is how 18 chapters of Bhagavad Gita have been explained, and how someone can move from their initial stage of Vishada Yoga to end the journey of 18th moksha sannyasa yoga. And the different tools and technologies are needed to achieve the knowledge that is given by Lord Krishna. So only main central teaching of Bhagavad Gita is there are 4 types of yoga, that is Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and Upasana Yoga or meditations. So that is given in 18 different chapters. And we will quickly move to Upanishads as a part of a Prasthana Trayi. So Upanishads is sitting down near. When you want to know something, Upa, Nihi, and Sat. There are different Upanishads are available. So Vyutpatti is Upa, Ni, Shad, and Tvip Pratyaya. So Upa stands nearby, closeliness. Nihi means stand with intense desires. And Sad means you are sitting, you are becoming steady, you are so much in mumukshutvam, you want to get that intensely. So if you are doing some practice and you want to get that self-realizations of you, even though you want to get some steadiness in your asanas, you are practicing with some steady object that you want to be like that. So what you are doing, okay, I want to be like Mount Everest, I want to be like Mount Kailasa, that steadiness, property of a steadiness, I want to achieve as a part of my asana, because asana is thira, sukham, asana. So what I'm doing, I'm just visualizing that mountain, that all these different conditions, different weather, is always steady and steady and steady. So nihi means by my goal, what I want. And sad, you are practicing, sitting that positions for longer period of time. So that is etymology of Upanishads. There are central concept of Upanishads. All Upanishads are talking about these 10 or 15 different concepts. First concept is always what is samsara or cycle of rebirth. Second, these all Upanishads are talking about karmas and actions and their sufferings. Third, they are talking about dharma and potentiality, pure potentiality. What is your svabhava? Fourth, they are talking about these liberations and moksha. And fifth, they are talking that everyone is divine, everyone has that divine quality, everyone can become enlightened. And they are also talking all that this life, from where this life is coming about. Seventh is who we call as a human. When we said, okay, I as a human is only this a physical entity, or that is something beyond. So is there any energy dimension? Is there any mind? Because see, when we are seeing this mobile, we said, okay, what is mobile? It's a three-tier architecture. So it has a physical body, and then it has some software operating systems and program, and also it has energy dimension. They have batteries. So the smartphone and mobile and computer, they have three-dimensional reality, three-tier architecture. So what architecture we humans have? So okay, it also have three tiers, Sthula, Sukshma, Karana, Sharira, or five-tier architecture, Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanmaya, Anandmaya, Kosha. So that five-tier, three-tier architecture, they are going to explain by their different way. All Upanishads are talking about what this human is all about. We are not just a physical body, we are much more higher than this. Atmanam rathinam vidhi shariram rathamevatu buddhim tu sarathim vidhi manah pragrahamevacha. What is Atman? What is higher self? What are guna? What are properties of Atma? What is purpose of human life? Is only dharma, artha, kama is my purpose, or something beyond? So you know, moksha is also your purpose of life. You should be liberated. What is this duality? What is this element of Atman, element of Maya that abide this Atman? So that Maya element, illusion, all are talking about. Now, what is this Purushas and Prakrutis? What are different styles of Upanishads? So these all different styles, they will be communication between teachers and students. So when Upa means Upanishad, so Upa means students is going to approach teacher in the first stage. Second, it will have Nihi, means a firm determination that, okay, I am going to study or I am going to practice this sadhana for longer period of time. And so the sit near to that teacher. What will be duty of teacher when some student is going to come near to you? You are going to Upa, means bring truth for that, the self, the student, when they are coming to near to you, you need to give some truth about what is Atman, what is Brahman, what is Nihi, given some motivations and inspiration that right now, even though he said, okay, I am not a Brahman, I can still feel as this physical body as a me. Then you need to give some motivation, some storytelling and all other ways, so that he can able to or she can able to convince the true nature of reality. And Shad means a final phase. You need to, means as a teacher, they need to destroy avidya and self-ignorance of students. So Upanishada is exchange of knowledge between student and teacher. Only one-to-one relationship. That is what we call as a Upanishads. It's not some scriptures or some text which is written down in some with pen and paper. It's a communication and it's always one-to-one. It's not always one-to-many. So one teacher and then there are hundred and thousands of students are then and they are just teaching. No, because it's very individualistic. Self transformation is happening and every individual is very unique. They have very different way of understanding something. So according to that customized form of knowledge, so only one teacher and one student, that is called as Upanishads. Another same teacher, but we go to another student, there is a very different dimensional way of communication is happening. That will become another Upanishads. But Upanishads is always one to one transformations between student and teacher. Essence of Upanishads. And Shankaracharya, he likes this 10 Upanishada, Ishakena, Katha Prashna, Mundak, Mandukya, Taitarya, Chandogya, and Brihadaranya Upanishadas. Ishakena Katha Prashna, Mundat Mandukya, Titi, Chandogyam, Itaraya, Brihadaranyas, Tatha. And these are some way of how you can move with these different Upanishads, 10 different Upanishads that they are central teaching, they are as a Prasthana Trayi. You need to move on this. Okay, so I think let's finalize this Prasthana Trayi, what we have learned so far. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.